Welcome to the Las Vegas Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of the many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website. And now I would like to hand it over to our first presenter, Western Oregon University.
All righty, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Jones, and I'm representing Western Oregon University, located in Monmouth, Oregon, just 15 miles outside of our capital. So I'm going to go ahead and just start running through some information about Western and what we have to offer. So things I'm going to talk about is just general information, admissions requirements, and cost is going to be one of the biggest ones I do talk about, as we are a Western undergraduate exchange school. And not only that, we are an unlimited WUI school, which means the only requirement you need to have is to be from a WUI state, and you will automatically get that opportunity to receive that lowered tuition rate. Some of the things that are appealing to Western is our small class sizes, some of our programs, education, American Sign Language, and also our growing master's program as well. So to get into it, just like I said, general information, we are a four-year public liberal arts and sciences education school. We are a part of the WUI, like I said, automatic WUI status upon acceptance to WU if you're from a WUI state. Our undergraduate population is right around 4,500 students. We are a school that really does pride itself in supporting the first generation college students. This year, 49% of our students coming in were first generation. We do right now identify as 29% students of color, and know that promoting and supporting diversity is something that we really recognize on Western's campus. When it comes to majors and minors, the two that we're most known for are teacher education and criminal justice. The two most popular and most graduated is our business and psychology programs. And then anything in the pre-health sciences, so pre-med, pre-nursing, pre-vet, pre-physical therapy, exercise science, pre-dentistry. And we have a very unique major as well, in American Sign Language English Interpreting and American Sign Language Studies. We're the only school in our state to offer this degree, and one of 3 schools in the whole western part of the United States. Continuing on, again, that was just general information. I would like to get into what are our admissions requirements. What does it take to get into Western Oregon University? A 3.0 GPA and the 15 core subject requirements with a C- or better. That's 4 years of English, 3 years of math through Algebra 2, 3 years of a science, 3 years of a social science, and 2 years of the same second foreign language. If you meet those first 2 bullet points, then you are automatically admitted to Western Oregon University. As you can see, our SAT and ACT are already optional. But we still would like you to take it if possible, as it can benefit you along the way. The biggest tip I can give you about Western's admissions is please pay attention to deadlines. February 1st is our priority date for our admissions, but if you don't meet these requirements, please still talk to me. These are our automatic admissions requirements, not our automatic deny requirements. So please, if there's something that you are missing, please let me know, contact me, as I would love to be able to answer any questions and see if Western is the right fit for you. So tuition and fees, as I talked about, are WUI specialists, so $14,286. That is the cost for the entire year. And that is based on 15 credit hours. Even though 12 gets you a full-time student, 15 is what you want to take if you're looking to graduate in 4 years. We do have a lot of other scholarships that we can stack on top of that WUI rate as well, including our dean's, provost, and presidential scholarships, depending on your GPA and test scores. We also have our general scholarship that you actually get to fill out one application for 70 different scholarships, along with a new award here at Western that if you attend one of our virtual preview days, apply for FAFSA, apply for admissions, and complete the general scholarship by March 1st, we will automatically give you a one-time award of $1,000 just for doing those 4 steps. Our housing is a requirement. On Western's campus, we do require you to live on campus that first year. You're looking at about $10,803, again, for the entire year. There's a lot of different programs and success that come along with living on campus, and that's why we continue this policy to have our students. Even during these tough times, we still had a lot of students move into campus this fall, and programs are still happening in a very safe environment. So to apply, if you are interested in applying to Western, the application platform is just woo.edu/admissions/apply. I would say that we are on rolling admissions, but please, our priority deadline is February 1st. And that allows you to give time to apply for all of our scholarships before March 1st. Admissions decisions do around 2 to 4 weeks. However, we have a lot of programs that I can send you more information about where you can actually get what's called an instant wolf decision. This will allow you to be able to find out on the spot if you're admitted or not and not have to wait that 2 to 4 weeks. There is a $60 application fee. However, if you need any kind of help with that or request with that, please let me know and we can try to work with you on that process. This is my information right here. My name again is Chris Jones. I'm representing Western Oregon University here in the state of Oregon, 503-838-8594 or jonesc@woo.edu. And I want to let you know that that bottom link right there, calendly.com/jonesc-2. If you'd like to set up a one-on-one virtual meeting with me, you can do it right through there and it'll cover all of my availability, even covering some after hours and weekend hours if that works best for you. I would love to answer any more questions that you might have, but I know that my 6 minutes are coming to an end. So I would like to say thank you very much for being here with us, and hopefully we can get all your questions answered before leaving the fair today. Have a wonderful day.
Great, thank you. Our next presenter is Oregon State University. Just a reminder, if you need questions to our presenters, please drop them into the Q&A. And also, if there's a specific question you have for a specific presenter, please add the name of the institution. Thank you, Oregon State University.
Awesome, thanks so much. Hi everyone, my name is Delta Lee. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and I am OSU's advisor for Las Vegas students. So really excited to be here tonight to share more with you about Beaver Nation. The top right of the screen has a link that you can fill out if you'd like to stay connected with us as a virtual contact card that will be throughout the presentation as well. But again, thanks so much for being here tonight. And I'd like to start just with an overview of institution. The first question that I'll get all the time is, what kind of university is OSU? So we are an institution that is out there. We believe in being at the forefront of academic discovery and want our undergraduate students to be out there as well. And this slide background is actually a really great example. This is one of our students working at our coastal campus called the Hatfield Marine Science Center, where students interested in ocean science and marine biology can get out there and get real world experience about what it means to be in that field. And that's just one of our 12 research experiment stations that we have across the state. We have more across the globe as well. And we're able to do that because we are one of 2 universities in the entire United States that has all 4 federal research grant designations. So if you're looking to get out there, if you're looking to get hands-on experience through undergraduate research and internships, OSU might be a good fit for you. Those opportunities do persist across our programs. So we do have over 200 academic programs at OSU with no impacted majors. So that means that there's no additional admissions requirements for any of our programs for incoming first-year students. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can see some of our colleges where those majors will fall under. And as you can see, we're pretty strong in the sciences. So the largest college that we have is the College of Engineering, where we have 15 accredited programs and about 1/3 of our undergraduate students. And they're getting out there in a number of ways. One popular program is the MECOP program, where students are applying for 2 paid 6-month internships before they graduate. So making those really important connections and networking, building a resume to be as successful as possible in the future. We also have a number of pre-professional studies. So if you're looking to go to med school or vet school or pharmacy school or be a physical therapist, we do have pre-professional studies in that located across the university. And those students are seeing great success, again, because of the out there mentality that we have and the opportunities that they're afforded. So our pre-med students are located across the college, and they have a 60 to 70% acceptance rate to med school, which is really stellar for us. I'm really proud of them. And we also have a popular program for pre-vet as well. So students interested in pre-vet can study animal sciences or zoology and have the benefit of having the Carlson College of Veterinary Medicine right on our campus. So while you can't do kind of the vet med since you're at your undergraduate level, you still can glean the excitement of your next steps for grad school. Those are some of our popular programs. We do have some unique programs as well. So we are the #2 forestry program in the world, where students are studying things like adventure, tourism, and recreation leadership, renewable materials, natural resources, and essentially conservancy sciences across the board. And we also have a number of programs in kind of ocean science, as I alluded to earlier. So we do have a program for marine biology and ocean science for our students to get out on the coast there. If you're not quite sure what you want to study yet, you can come in as a university exploratory studies student, because we love when students explore and take advantage of those many opportunities that we have for majors. So you can be UESP for a total of 4 quarters before selecting your home program. So just know for OSU, we love when students explore. You can kind of have the flexibility to change your major around and a lot of options to study. The majority of those programs are offered on our Corvallis campus, which is our main campus, and this is a beautiful overview of that location. Corvallis is about 90 minutes south of Portland and right in the heart of the Willamette Valley there. Being one of the nation's safest and friendliest college towns, I myself love when I get to visit because I'm greeted with a warm community, orange and black in storefronts, and people who will say, "Go Beavs" to you, even if it isn't a game day. And on that campus, we do have around 32,000 students studying with us. With that number of students on campus, we have a lot going on for sure. So we do have over 400 clubs and organizations, including academic organizations such as our Mars Rover Club, where students are building a mock Mars rover and testing it on mock Mars terrain, all the way down to our hammocking club, where students just love hanging out in the outdoors and want to come together across that interest. The majority of our students are getting introduced to those organizations during our Welcome Week, which is a favorite annual event for students on campus where we're welcoming returning and new students to get introduced to all things OSU. So through that, you'll get to meet our Greek life organizations, our 7 culture resource centers, and our athletic opportunities as a D1 institution. In the background of this slide is actually really fun. This is our football stadium right on campus. So we do have those D1 Pac-12 locations close to students to be able to go cheer on our Beavs. And wrapping up information here with some admissions and financial aid info for you all. We are a holistic review institution, so that means that we're reviewing all students who apply to us with no explicit minimums. In order to be competitive for us for admissions, you will want to try to hit an unweighted 3.0 or above GPA. And for us moving forward, we are test optional, so we are not requiring test scores for admissions or for scholarship review. So just know that you do not have to send those in to us to get reviewed. And we are also reviewing all students from your area for the WUI scholarship. So just know that that scholarship is going to be an automatic review and holistically reviewed based on your application materials for all majors. Since we're reviewing all majors, it will be competitive, but just know if you are awarded the WUI scholarship, then you will get around 150% of in-state tuition. We do have 2 ways to apply. November 1st is the early action deadline. And if you have any other questions for me, feel free to send those in the Q&A. Thanks so much. Go Beavs.
Great, thank you so much. And our next institution is the University of Portland.
Perfect. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. I had so hoped that we would be at a college fair in person, but I want to thank StriveScan for welcoming us. And this is the next best thing. And then maybe in the spring, we can get back together and talk about things one-on-one. I want to discuss 5 things about University of Portland today so everybody can become familiar with what's available at our campus. I want to talk about our location. I want to talk about our size. I want to talk about the degree programs offered. I want to talk about campus experience, and I also want to talk about application and cost. Let's go ahead and start with location. We are right in Portland, but we're not downtown. We are in our own neighborhood. We're 4 miles from the city center, about 15 minutes away from Portland International Airport. Everybody rides their bicycles here and takes public transportation. So you're not isolated at the University of Portland, even though we are not in an urban city center location. You have that freedom, that flexibility to move around, and you don't need a car. Really important things to consider is that we've got clubs that go to Mount Hood. It's a 11,500 foot tall volcano in the Portland area. That we have ski clubs, snowboarding clubs. We also have opportunities to go to the Oregon coast and clubs associated with that as well. And so it's really important for you to know that location is going to define your experience because you're in your own neighborhood, kind of feels like a college town, but you have downtown Portland to explore as well. Let's go ahead and move on to size. We are a small, private, Catholic university. Very interesting aspects as well about University of Portland that make us unique. 4,000 total students. They come from all 50 states and over 42 countries. We have many students from Nevada, and all of our classes are small, close-knit, and personal. 25 is the average. We don't have any students in classroom experiences that are taught by TAs. All classes are taught by professors. And so this is an opportunity for you to connect, ask questions, raise your hands, get clarification on the spot in the majors that you're interested in right away. As far as our degree programs are concerned, all of them are direct entry, which means when you apply, you can mark the major that you want on your application, and we can accept you directly into that program based on when you get accepted at University of Portland. We offer nursing, a very popular program at University of Portland. Business, we offer engineering, great STEM programs. We also offer education, and we have a robust College of Arts and Sciences with programs like natural sciences, biology, chemistry, physics, environmental science. We also have programs in social sciences like political science and sociology, and humanities programs like English, philosophy, foreign language programs. Any major can study abroad, and all of our programs offer amazing advising opportunities for you to connect, and you'll have a great experience here. Campus experience, like I said, we're not completely downtown. You have access to the city, but you're not right in the middle of it. Residence halls. All students live in residence halls on campus. You build community through all men's residence halls, all women's residence halls. We have co-ed residence halls. And when you're ready to move off campus, you can do so with your friends in the local neighborhood. It's really, really a common thing to live on campus a couple years and a couple years off campus. As far as the campus experience is concerned, it's friendly, it's welcoming, it's inviting, it's a community. We are a Catholic university. We're open to all students. 50% of our students are Catholic, 50% of our students are not. Mass is optional. However, we do have a huge emphasis on community service, getting out and helping those that are in need. Really essential as far as right now and what we're experiencing. The application process is rolling. It's undergoing right now. We admit students starting September 1st. We conclude our application on January 15th. Our priority deadline is upcoming next month on November 15th. We accept the common application. We have our own application on our website. And all we need, in addition to that, is your high school transcript and one letter of recommendation. Test scores, 100% optional. We're doing this because of the virus. And we're also doing this next year for juniors that are in high school right now. If you want to opt in for your test scores, excellent. If you want to opt out, that's fine as well. We want to honor everybody's situation as far as what you're experiencing. What I also want to do is talk about cost, and then I'll wrap things up. University of Portland, being that we're a private institution, we don't offer a WUI scholarship or in-state or out-of-state. We are private, but we have a lot of merit-based scholarships. They range from $13,000 per year all the way up to $30,000 per year, which is 50% off of our total cost of $62,000 per year. That's not what students pay. The stronger that your experience is in high school and the better your grades are, the more money you're going to receive. We can talk about this more in depth one-on-one later if you choose to email me. Make sure you fill out the FAFSA. You can do it this month going forward. And please remember to apply for outside scholarships. Here is my contact information as far as getting in touch with me, and I look forward to working with all of you. I read your applications at University of Portland. I want to help you get accepted. Please stay in touch. Schedule a visit with me one-on-one, and then we'll go from there. Good luck, have a great rest of the year, and stay safe.
Thank you so much. The next institution is Southern Oregon University. Again, I just want to remind everyone, if you have questions, please drop them into the Q&A, and the representatives are here to answer your questions. If you have a specific question for an institution, please add the institution's name to that question. So Southern Oregon University.
Hello, everyone. My name's Alana Jackson, and I'm representing Southern Oregon University. And specifically, I am the admission counselor for the whole state of Nevada. So I do read all the applications for Nevada. And thank you all for having me today, or tonight. So some highlights about Ashland. So Ashland is located at the bottom, the very, very tip bottom of Oregon, on the Oregon and California border. So we're around a 2-hour flight from Las Vegas, and we do have a direct flight, so definitely very convenient to get to SOU. Our town itself is around 22,000 students, and SOU is right down the street from the main downtown area. And so our downtown area features the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. That's one of the things we're known for. We have a lot of unique restaurants and shops. There's a lot of things to do outdoors as well. So there's many hiking trails, many parks, skiing, rafting. We do have Mount Ashland, which is like a 15 minutes bus ride or a 25-minute drive up there. And one of the highlights about Ashland is the weather. We do not have the typical Oregon weather. It's mostly sunny throughout the year, and there's no extremes either way. So it doesn't get too hot and it doesn't get too cold. It does snow, but it doesn't really stick around really well in the town. It usually melts off within a few hours. But like I said, if you do want snowing or you do want the snow, there is Mount Ashland where you can enjoy skiing, snowboarding, and also, well, also lodges as well. Some SOU numbers. So SOU, we are like what I like to call a medium school. So we're around 6,000 students, and our average class size is 21, and we have 38 majors, but over 100 different programs. So some of our most popular majors include business, criminal justice, education, theater, pre-med, and psychology. We also have a lot of majors in art. We have a film major. We have outdoor adventure leadership, which is definitely is a highlight, especially in the area that we're in. Our newest minor that we offer is esports. And then we also have a lot of pre-professional programs in, like I said, pre-med, nursing, physical therapy, veterinarian, and they are really just designed to make sure that you have all the necessary steps and requirements and prereqs that you need to be successful in those careers afterwards. Some highlights about SOUs that we offer a lot of options for 3-year programs. Over half of our majors are offered in a 3-year program option. So that gives you an opportunity to finish your degree in 3 years instead of typical 4. So SOU is really a tight-knit community, and that really does go for more of an Ashland too. We are a small, tight-knit community. Everyone really knows each other, and you really do get to be you. So you get to enjoy and be who you individually are and really get to be yourself. We have over 80 different clubs and organizations, and that can range from our ghost hunting club to our biology club. There really is a space and fit for everyone. So since we are pretty liberal, we're pretty flexible in a lot of our organizations and a lot of our clubs and resource centers as well. We do have a lot of opportunities for research, career assistance, and internships. So if you are looking to get, outside the classroom experience, we definitely really focus on making sure that students have individualized attention, and they really do get the opportunity to be able to get things that are get resources that are going to help them be more successful after they graduate from SOU. We have a lot of resources, just like I was mentioning, and again, they are really designed to give students a space to feel safe, to have support, and also to make friends. Definitely one of the other highlights is we have 13 varsity sports, and we're part of the NAIA division, and we have club and intramural sports as well. So I'm going to go on and how to apply to SOU. So SOU has rolling admissions, so meaning that we do not have a strict deadline on which you need to apply. We do have a priority deadline of February 1st. So our application does open in August all the way up to the whole year you can apply. But again, February 1st is the priority deadline for scholarships and whatnot. We are test optional, meaning that we do not require an SAT or ACT score, and we do use those for supporting. So if you did take the SAT or ACT score, you can use that as a supporting document. Along with essays, letters of recommendations, and written statements and resumes. Typically, we look for students who have at least a 2.5, first years at least a 2.5 GPA, and for transfers a 2.25 GPA. But we really, again, review our applications holistically, meaning that we look at the whole application, including any support or supporting document or anything submitted, because we really do want to make sure students get to our school who really want to come to SOU. So we are a WUI school. So we are part of the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program, and our WUI is special. It's a no questions answer kind of thing, meaning that there's no requirements, there's no deadlines, there's no restrictions, there's no separate applications, there's no all majors qualify for it. You just have to be from Nevada, which everyone will receive automatically. So you're saving a lot of money compared to paying that out-of-state non-res tuition. We do require typically students to live on campus, so that definitely is something to look at, to think about, especially for your first years. But then after that, you can live wherever you want. There's a lot of areas around campus too. And lastly, if you do want to talk to me at any time, I'm available right there. My information is right there. And thank you.
Great, thank you for that information. Our next institution is Arizona State University.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is David Mills, and I'm with Arizona State University. I am one of our assistant directors of admission. I oversee our California recruitment and some of our Midwest recruitment. We do have an admissions counselor dedicated to the state of Nevada. She is not speaking tonight, but she is moderating as one of our people behind the scenes to help answer questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A, and Adriana Estrada, your Nevada admission counselor, will be sure to jump on and answer that. So don't hesitate to use the Q&A. The first thing I want to tell you about ASU is our charter. This is our mission and what guides literally every decision, every direction our university has gone for the past 15 to 20 years. As you can see, we are a public university, and we are dedicated to being an inclusive university. We don't want to be exclusive. We are not competitive or selective for admission. Students meet our academic requirements. They are admitted to ASU. So we'll talk about the admission requirements in a little bit, but know that we are a very inclusive university, and we judge ourselves not by how exclusive we are, but by how inclusive, and then how successful our students are when they leave. We'll talk about some of our career outcomes in just a little bit as well. But the idea is to help students get in, help them be successful, and then help them make a positive impact in our community, locally, nationally, and internationally. As you can see here on my slide, ASU is a large public university. We have nearly 75,000 students on campus at ASU. That's undergraduate and graduate students, but it's still a lot. And one of the things that's really great about that is the diversity that it brings to our campus. Students from all ethnic backgrounds, all walks of life, first-generation students. We have such a diverse group that it's pretty amazing to be on campus working with all of those students. But I think one of the things that makes prospective students like yourselves a little bit nervous is how big ASU is. And I want you to know that academically speaking, we never want that to hurt our students. We have an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and only about 6% of our classes are that large lecture hall style. Most are going to be between 20 and 40 students. So don't let that size scare you. We want to make sure that you get all the benefits of a large university and none of the negative drawbacks. So again, the benefits, we have over 350 majors to choose from. We have over 1,000 clubs and organizations. We are a Research One, big research institution. And of course, we are a Pac-12 Division I athletic school. So that school spirit, that excitement, that's all there as well. So our students really get to kind of build their experience and take part in whatever it is that they enjoy doing at ASU. Now, as you do your college search, you're going to come across a lot of rankings. You should definitely not make these the first part or the only part of your college decision, but it can be a good indicator in certain areas that you might be interested in of where a university stacks up and what they're kind of known for. One of the things I want to point out, while there's a lot of great stuff about education and where we are for the experience and the quality of education, we are #1 in the US for innovation. That's based on how the student experience, the technology, the campus life, the curriculum, the faculty, all of those things work at a university. And we've been #1 for 6 years in a row now, ahead of some very strong competition like Stanford and MIT. So I think that's really telling of why those other rankings on the side are so great in undergraduate education, in the public university experience. Our students are really, really enjoying their trip, their 4-year journey through ASU for their undergraduate degree and being successful. As I mentioned, we have over 1,000 clubs and organizations on campus. There's so much to choose from the taco eating club, to the tree climbing club, to intramural sports, to the research I already mentioned, student government. You can build your resume, you can de-stress, relax, make friends, and really just enjoy that college experience. The trick is you can't do everything with that many clubs and organizations, but whatever you want is typically there, and you can really customize your college experience and kind of craft it to be exactly what you want it to be. One thing that's important to note is we are in Phoenix, Arizona. For those of you obviously from Southern Nevada, the desert, this is not going to be a shock to you, but we are in the desert. We're not that far from Nevada, which means really hot summers, but it also means beautiful winters. Year round, our average temperature is 75 degrees. It's going to be gorgeous while you're there for school for the most part. So just know Phoenix is the 5th largest city in the country. A lot of students don't realize that. What that means is anything you might be accustomed to as far as, socially speaking, you want, we have an incredible food scene. We have great concerts that come through. We have all the major sports teams represented in Phoenix. We have anything and everything really, hiking, biking, outdoor activities, so that you can stay active off of campus. On-campus life is obviously exciting at ASU, but so is off campus. But there's also a lot of ways for you to build your resume and prepare for your future career. And that's where the 5th largest city really benefits our students in terms of internships, job opportunities. We're also the state capital. We have a booming tech sector. We have all the Fortune 500 and Fortune 1000 businesses in Arizona. All but one of those are located that are in Arizona or in Phoenix. So really you have tons of chances to prepare yourself for future success and take advantage of our internship and career center resources because we can help plug you into those opportunities. And you can see here, again, measuring ourselves by how successful our students are when they leave ASU. You can see last year, 89% of our students had a job offer within 90 days of graduation. And the other numbers down there speak for themselves. The huge alumni network, the other benefit of going to a big school is the big alumni network, whether it's connections or just meeting alumni for watching football games. I think I've actually squandered most of my time, so I'm going to wrap up real quick. You can apply anytime if you're a senior. Our admission requirements are very straightforward. So you can, if you meet our academic requirements, you are admitted to the university. I won't go through those right now, but we also have academic merit scholarships. We are test optional, so don't worry about test scores. And of course, our other virtual visit options. Please connect with us in the Q&A or after this for additional questions you might have about admission scholarships or anything along those lines. With that, I will give up my spot.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is Verto Education. And again, a reminder to make sure that you drop any questions you have in the Q&A and also add the name of the institution if you have a specific question for an institution. So again, I will hand this over to Verto Education. Josh, you want to unmute yourself.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Annabelle. I can see there's 22 people here. I really wish I could see all your faces, and I'm just going to wave and assume you're waving back and being really excited. So really appreciate your time. What a year. I can't imagine being a senior in your shoes right now. I barely got through high school in a normal year, so more power to you guys for sticking with it and joining us tonight. I'm going to talk about Verto Education. Bear with me, this is a little bit different. I'll start by saying if you're somebody who has wanted to travel or is interested in studying abroad or is just excited about other cultures, this is for you. If you're somebody who wants a leg up in admission to college, this is for you. If you're someone who's concerned about affordability with higher ed, this is for you. Those are all things that we're trying to kind of work towards. So I'll jump into it because there's a lot of information to get through, so bear with me, guys. All right, so the way that I like to think about Verto, first and foremost, students with Verto get to spend their first semester of college traveling the world. I've worked in countries like India and Tanzania and about 12 other countries around Asia, and I can tell you firsthand that traveling is one of the best ways to learn, one of the best ways to understand what you're good at, what you like doing. So we want students to have that experience to start college. So that's why with Verto, you're able to start college traveling. You'll earn full credits each semester you travel. And the way that I also like to explain what we do is think of us like the Common App, where we actually partner with 50 universities across the country. Any student can apply through Verto to our partner schools. You receive an advantage in admission, so not being reduced to just your data points, your test scores. It's a more affordable four-year degree, and yeah, you're getting to travel and experience the world, which again is, I mean, one of the most important things you can do, I think, as a young person. So that's kind of the three-sentence version of what we do. So I'm going to run through quickly the different options. This is a longer slideshow, but I like this. I like this slide because if you're in your shoes as a senior, just think about who you are and what makes you a unique person and how that can play into your college decisions. That's important, and that's something we value too, but won't take you through this right now. Skip that. Okay, so the three kind of pillars to Verto: the best possible first year of college ever, traveling the world, admission to a reach school. We'll talk about partner colleges, and affordability is huge for us. I'm going to talk about scholarships that we have going on too. So where can students travel? What can you do that first semester, that first year? We have 3 semesters in Europe and 3 semesters out in the world. The semesters in Europe, we call them on-campus semesters. I would say if you're somebody who wants a modern urban experience, if you want a high level of independence and travel on the weekends and kind of get involved around those cities in your own way, those are great semesters for you. If you're somebody who's really excited about getting to see places that tourists just don't go to or get to see, I'd check out those last 3 semesters down there. On our field semesters, students are really never setting foot in a traditional 4-walled classroom. You're traveling every single day, going to communities that are just unknown to most of the world, which is pretty exciting. So I'm going to talk about 2 semesters in detail to give you a sense of some of the stuff you do when you're abroad with Verto. One thing to keep in mind, every semester you'll walk away with 16 college credits, so fully accredited. So keep that in mind too. Okay, let's talk about, how about Milan in Italy? If you're a carb lover, there you go, Italy right there. Some of the courses that we're taking in Italy: philosophy, development, art history. If you're a creative person, visual learner, if you're somebody interested in history, amazing place to be. So how Italy would work, you live off campus, you take your courses at an Italian university in Milan, and you do a lot of really cool stuff and you know, going to fashion week, having class at the museum one day. So there's a ton of just experiential stuff you'll be doing. And again, a lot of independence with Europe. So you can travel on the weekends, you can explore Italy on your downtime. That would be an example of an on-campus semester. All right, I also want to talk about a field semester. So let's choose, how about the South Pacific? Let's talk about SOPAC. So again, guys, on field semester, students are never in a classroom. They're living in communities that are just really unknown to, I would say, most people. So in Fiji, for example, students are living there for a month in highland villages with families. You're studying anthropology, which means every single day you're getting up and doing ethnographic studies, community surveys, and really just understanding their culture through their eyes, which is kind of the idea here. Second month of the semester, students travel over to New Zealand and they study sociology. So they spend time with the Maori groups, do a bunch of cool stuff over there. In the South Pacific, they finish their semester in Australia doing species conservation with the Australian Zoo. So doing some conservation work with animals if you are an animal person. We love the animals. So you can see, these are photos taken by students. I can send you guys these videos. I mean, we got some incredible footage from these places. So, and again, this is their first semester of college. This is their classroom for their entire first semester or year if they want. All right. So definitely want to talk about the college application pillar to what Verto is. So like I mentioned in the beginning, go here first actually. We partner with about 50 universities across the country. If you guys are interested in any of our partner schools, you can apply through Verto to any of these schools. It's a free application. As I mentioned, it gives you a higher shot getting in. So you don't need to apply. Let's say you're interested in University of Oregon. You don't need to apply to Oregon separately. You only need to do the Verto application, and it's going to give you an advantage in admission. So what the application looks like, you'll kind of go through it like the Common App, and you can literally just tick off on a box which schools you'd like to apply to. Then we send your app off to whatever university you selected. So again, it's just a nice way to give yourself a direct pipeline to some really great universities. And the goal for us is to have a school that fits every student's learning style. If you're not interested in any of these partner schools, we'll help you transfer the Verto credits to a different school, community college. I mean, we have students who are traveling with us who are not even enrolled. They're not sure if college is right for them. It's really about you and where you are in your life. That's kind of the point here. So that's the college application part. Let's talk about affordability. This is huge for us. The first thing to know is that when students are traveling with Verto, any federal aid, FAFSA, Pell Grant, Stafford loan, you can use that money with your Verto semester. The tuition per semester before any scholarships starts at $15,000. Every one of those semesters, all your housing, all your meals are included. So especially if you're somebody, oh, I am overtime. Super low starting tuition cost. Keep that in mind. We have need-based scholarships, super robust. We have an honors program, Change the World program for highly motivated students. If you're very low income, there is no tuition for our honors program. Okay, if that got your interest at all or you were excited at all, try to scan this thing here with your phone. It'll take you to a form, put it in your email, I'll kind of reach out to you. If not, my email is josh@vertoeducation.org. Simple as that. All right, thanks.
Wonderful, thank you so much. Thank you to all of the institutions who were able to share just wonderful information and insightful information about their institution. So at this time, again, I just want to remind you all that if you have questions, please drop them into the Q&A. If you would like to just get more information about a specific institution, also just mention to type in a question just saying would like to get more information, and the institutions can get back with you and share more information with you as well. And so at this time, I know we are concluding this session. So I just want to again thank the panelists for their time and being able to just provide some great insight. In addition to this presentation, I also just want to remind you that there's several other sessions that are still available for you to sign up. When we close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. And in about a week, you'll be able to find the session's recordings as well as any other recordings that you've attended. So again, thank you for your time in attending this session, and we look forward to having you attend the next session as well. Thank you.